Hello, my name is Haley Howes, and today I'm going to be presenting my persuasive speech on climate change. Now, climate change is real, no matter how many news stations or educated neighbors will tell you otherwise. Because, over the semester really, as a bio major, I've learned so much about climate change, whether it be from water level changes on the Earth to even projects in LA striving to reduce the Earth's surface temperature by painting their asphalts white. However, there are still people in this world that believe that that climate change isn't real and that it's less important compared to taxes and the border wall. When in actuality, climate change is a real problem that affects every aspect of our lives, making it reasonable for it to be number one on our priority list. So today I will talk to you about a few aspects of climate change, such as air quality, heat/thermal temperature, and water levels, along with how each of these affect the world. By doing so, I hope to convince you, along with others, that climate change is a real issue that should not be ignored and placed lower on our list of problems. So, it's very, very scary. While attending Fresno State, I had to get used to Fresno's very bad air quality, so bad that I had to even get prescription eye drops just to be outside, since there was so much pollution in the air from dirt, really. In different parts of the world, air quality varies based on the emissions released, such as carbon dioxide and greenhouse gases. So according to the 2015 journal article, Chemistry and Linkages Between Air Quality and Climate Change by Erica von Schneidmesser and other authors, they explain that there are a number of ways in which air pollution and climate change are linked, including emissions, atmospheric properties, and chemistry. So if we were to look at the city of Fresno, we can pretty much point out that commonly emissions are found in the city and in the agricultural part of the county. So if we're looking into the city, we would commonly see CO2, or carbon dioxide, which can be found in common cars, trucks, airplanes, trains, all this stuff releasing carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. Another is through the county's agricultural system. And in this case, it's a greenhouse gas known as ammonia, or NH3, which is commonly found in pesticides and in general is actually really bad for your health if you're given too long of exposures to the actual chemical. Now, this is going to be out of the city and county of Fresno and really the United States, because commonly factories also play a big role in the release of carbon dioxide emissions into the atmosphere. And this can commonly be seen in China. So China, in general, because of factories, it increases the index of air quality meters and increases the amount of PM, or particle matter, in the atmosphere because of the CO2 entering from factories. Some places in China with factories or near it or in the cities can even have an air quality index reading of 999. Now, if you don't know what that means, 999 is way above hazardous, meaning it's so deadly that no one should step foot outside without a mask. So according to the 2015 journal article, some effects about climate change. So according to the 2015 journal article, Chemistry and the Linkage Between Air Quality and Climate Change by Erica von Schneidmesser and other authors, according to the flowchart that I have right here on the top, it says that this trend of bad pollution may lead to, bad air pollution, may lead to premature death, changes in weather patterns such as random rainstorms, snow, and really storms in general, and even an increase in the Earth's surface temperature. So since heat is mentioned as an effect of pollution in the air, it also plays as a big role in the effect of climate change. So it's really scary. So when many people think of heat and climate change, they most likely will think or talk about the ozone layer, the big thing that covers our whole entire Earth and protects us from the sun's rays. So according to the journal article, impact of the ozone, air pollution, and temperature extremes on crop yield, spatial variability, adaptation, and implication for future food security by Amos Tai and Maria Val Martin. They explain how rising atmospheric CO2 may further modulate the impact of ozone changes on crop yields due to the strong coupling between CO2, photosynthesis, and stromatal aperture in leaves, or another word for photosynthesis. In other words, As pollution increases, in this case CO2, the ozone layer becomes weaker, leading to holes allowing for the sun's rays to reach the Earth's surface, increasing the Earth's surface temperature, which is something we do not want. And because of this, as heat increases, it also affects our crop yields because the CO2 can lead to crops being limited of nutrients in the soil, which is something needed most importantly to grow food. And we all need food. So heat is not only affecting the ozone layer, but it also affects the ocean levels and the polar ice caps of Antarctica. And you might be thinking, Antarctica? What the heck? That's crazy. Well, let's talk about it. Over the years, we have heard some information about the polar ice caps of Antarctica. However, about the Antarctica melting. However, some people don't fully understand the consequences if we don't take action on climate change. So according to the article, Will the World Ever Be Underwater? By the American Museum of Natural History, geologist Edmund Matthews explains that if the ice covering Antarctica, Greenland, and in mountain glaciers around the world were to melt, sea levels would rise about 70 meters. Now you might be wondering, Haley, I don't know math, I don't understand what that means. Well, let me explain it to you. 70 meters is equivalent to 230 feet. And it's not enough to flood the entire world, however, it's enough to flood the coastlines of every continent. So parts of Australia, flooded. The state of California, most of it flooded. State of Florida, most entirely flooded. Even Washington. And the thing is, no one wants to have their house be flooded. Look at this. That's what could happen if we don't take action on climate change. So, if people ignore the existence of climate change and eventually the ice caps melt, life as we know it would change forever in the most scariest way possible. So in conclusion, in general, climate change is a very serious issue that exists in our world. Without regulation, it may lead us to losing our planet that we call home. As such, we should work on efforts to regulate air quality issues and reduce thermal heat from the Earth's surface to protect our planet and to maintain the place that we live. In conclusion, we deal with problems on a daily basis. However, nothing is more important than protecting our Earth and protecting the place we call home. Thank you.